All right, today we are going way back in time. We're going to explore one of history's most magnificent and, tragically, most lost centers of knowledge, the Great Library of Nalanda. But let me just start with this question for you. What if centuries of human thought, of scientific discovery, of philosophical debate, could all just turn to ash in one single catastrophic event? Sounds like a hypothetical, right? Well, it's not. It actually happened.
And when historians talk about this, they don't mince words. This is how they describe it. It's a really powerful statement, and believe me, you're about to understand just how deep that tragedy really runs. So, to really get a grip on what was lost, we first have to understand what was there to begin with. The library itself, it was this incredible beacon of learning in ancient India, and it was known by a truly remarkable name.
Its name was Dharmaganja, which translates to the treasury of Dharma. And that wasn't just some fancy label, no, it was basically its mission statement. It was a declaration that this place was a sacred home for wisdom, truth, and knowledge. Now, when you picture a library, you're probably picturing one building, right? Well, you can just scrap that image. Dharmaganja was on a completely different level. It was a massive complex, like a city of books, made up of 3 enormous multi-storied buildings. And just listen to the names they gave these buildings. You had the Ratnasagara, the Ocean of Jewels, the Ratnodadhi, the Sea of Jewels, and the Ratnaranjaka, jewel adorned. I mean, the names alone tell you everything. They just scream immense value and boundless wisdom. It shows you just how precious this collection was to them.
So what exactly was inside these jewel-adorned oceans?
Well, the sheer scale of the collection it's just staggering.
We're talking about hundreds of thousands of volumes. Just let that sink in for a minute. Remember, this was an era of handwritten manuscripts. There were no printing presses. Each and every book was a work of art that took immense labor to create. A collection of this size was, well, it was absolutely monumental.
But what's truly remarkable is the sheer breadth of topics they had. This was not just a religious library, it was a universal one. We're talking medicine, mathematics, philosophy, the arts, the whole shebang. Just think about that. We might have lost medical knowledge we had to rediscover centuries later, or mathematical ideas that could have totally fast-tracked our understanding of the universe. That's the kind of knowledge we're talking about here.
And you've got to understand, this place wasn't some dusty, forgotten archive. It was alive. Just imagine generations of scholars and scribes debating new theories, painstakingly copying these manuscripts, and dedicating their entire lives to preserving and expanding this incredible treasury of human thought.
For centuries, Dharmaganja seemed eternal, like a permanent monument to human wisdom. Until it wasn't.
After flourishing for hundreds and hundreds of years, the end came swiftly, and it came violently. In the late 12th century, invaders sacked the entire Nalanda University, and its great library was put to the torch. Centuries of accumulation met a sudden, fiery end. And this detail, this is probably the single most haunting image from all the historical accounts. The library was so vast, the collection so immense, that it didn't just burn for a few hours, or even a few days. The smoke from hundreds of thousands of burning manuscripts literally choked the sky for months. An entire world of knowledge just turning to smoke and ash.
So, what does a loss on this scale truly mean? You know, the fire eventually went out, but the consequences of that blaze echo through history, even to this very day.
This is the real tragedy of it all. We're not just mourning a collection of books. We are mourning what was in them. Countless unique texts, scientific formulas, philosophical ideas, amazing poems, they were all just obliterated forever. An entire intellectual heritage was wiped out, and we're left to only guess at the discoveries that vanished in those flames. And so the story of Nalanda leaves us with a pretty stark reminder about how fragile knowledge really is. I mean, if a physical treasury of wisdom, something built to last for eternity, could be so completely destroyed, it really makes you wonder, how permanent is our own digital Dharmaganja? How safe is all of our knowledge today?